Can pivot for a moment to the big story that we were tracking today, Ari, and that has to do with the legal fight at the Supreme Court over the Affordable Care Act. You had Chief Justice John Roberts, Justice Brett Kavanaugh. They made comments during today's oral arguments that are being interpreted to suggest that they may not be inclined to vote to invalidate the entire law. Take a listen to this.
I think it's hard for you to argue that Congress intended the entire act to fall if the mandate were struck down when the same Congress that lowered the penalty to zero did not even try to repeal the rest of the act.
I tend to agree with you. This is a very straightforward case for severability under our precedents, meaning that we would excise the mandate and leave the rest of the act in place.
Explain to us, Ari, to the viewers that are not of the legal mind that you are, why these comments are being interpreted as a defense of the Affordable Care Act, or certainly giving defenders of the Affordable Care Act some optimism today.
Well, Eamon, you just played the most critical quotes. Rarely do we get Supreme Court justices telling us during oral argument that clearly a signal how they may vote, which can always change. But as you just played, you have two Republican appointees basically saying most of Obamacare stands, that even if you knock down or change a part of it, the rest of it stands. That's the whole big issue. That's what Joe Biden and other Democrats had warned against. They want to see Obamacare survive. So we really got that telegraphed. Unless they change something, what you see there is a suggestion of at least 5 votes today, maybe more, to leave Obamacare in place. So that's a big headline if it holds. The other point, I just wanted to echo what Carol Lee was reporting for viewers to understand, because I do think it's important. You have the headlines about quote-unquote fraud, but even Barr's memo, which is basically weak sauce, says to his own prosecutors, if you don't find anything big and real, I trust you to exercise your judgment and not gin up any fake cases. So even Mueller report memory Bill Barr, who's always been there with Donald Trump, you see him going much softer, even as he claims to want to help the president's rhetoric by ultimately saying, look, don't fake anything, to the line prosecutors who, frankly, for decades have never even looked at this kind of thing in the first place. So I would call all of this a slight decaying of the usual Trump legal games, but in slow motion.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.